Music seems loud. But it's alright, because Golem's here. Oh, we're playing as this naked man? This guy's got a nice ass, though. He's a little hairy. Probably should get a razor or something. Imagine coming out of the water, and you're naked. You're like, God damn it. This guy's sprint is not impressive. No, this isn't Alan. This could have been Alan's high school professor. Alan Wake 2 is a survival horror game developed by Remedy Entertainment and published by Epic Games. This is a sequel to the 2010 game Alan Wake. Now let's start off with a quick recap if you are unaware of what helped set this game up. In the first game, Alan goes to the town of Bright Falls, Washington on a vacation with his wife, Alice. After they arrived at the cabin on the shores of Cauldron Lake, Alice is pulled into said lake by a dark presence, and Alan jumps in after her. Next thing Alan knows, he wakes up in a car crash and he realizes that he has lost a week of time and he doesn't know how. He also starts finding manuscripts that he has written that he has no memory of writing, and everything he's written down has started coming to life.
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
This is when Alan realizes that he has the power to change reality through his writings. So Alan goes on this journey to try to save Alice from the lake, and he succeeds in doing this, but only by sacrificing himself to the lake, where he has now been stuck for 13 years.
It's not a lake. It's an ocean.
Alan Wake is not the only game in the franchise you should keep an eye on, though, as Remedy has created a connected universe with a few of their games, but mainly with the 2019 game, Control. In Control, you find out about the FBC, which stands for the Federal Bureau of Control. The FBC captures paranormal items and monitors paranormal events known as Altered World Events, or AWE. One of these events happened in a town of Ordinary, Maine, which is the hometown of Control protagonist, Jesse. And this was also hinted at in the Alan Wake spin-off, American Nightmare, in the Old Gods of Asgard song, Balance Slays the Demon. Jessie comes to the FBC to find her brother Dylan, who was taken by the FBC when they were children after the Ordinary AWE took place. Control also introduces the term para-utilitarian, which stands for a person with supernatural powers, which in Jessie's case, she pretty much uses the Force. She can pick up objects and throw them, she can float through the air at certain points of the game, and she gets these powers through a paranormal presence that she calls Polaris, that she has had with her ever since she had found the slide projector in her hometown, which the slide projector was what caused the Altered World event. The para-utilitarian is an important word because Alan Wake is also seen as a para-utilitarian by the FBC due to his writings coming to life. All this crashes together when you play the expansion in Control titled AWE.
It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
In this expansion, you find out that Bright Falls is being monitored by the FBC as an altered world event because of all the stuff that went down in 2010, and Alan Wake is also wanted by the FBC even though he is presumed dead, even though we now know that isn't true. This is just a quick crash course of those games, but I would really recommend playing both of these games and the expansion before playing Alan Wake 2 to get the full enjoyment. I know Remedy said that you don't have to play the first two games, meaning Alan Wake and Control, to play Alan Wake 2, which is true technically, but I do not recommend it, especially if you care about the lore. But all that being said, now on to Alan Wake 2. You play the game as both Saga Anderson and Alan Wake. whose two stories intertwine both before you even start playing the game and over the course of the game itself. Saga, who is an FBI agent, has been brought to Bright Falls to investigate a string of murders involving missing people from 2010, linking to a cult that has formed since the events of the first game, including one that has just recently happened. Alan has been trapped in the dark place since the end of the first game and is on a mission not only to free himself, but to stop Mr. Scratch, who is Alan Wake's evil doppelganger, from rewriting reality for his own twisted desires. There are so many things I can say about the story that I won't due to spoilers, but what I can say is this is one of the most unique games I have ever played. I can truly say I've never played another game like it in my life, and I truly loved every second of my playthrough. The way the story's intertwined, the mystery, the suspense, the storytelling just in general is masterclass, and the excitement is elevated even more if you have played the previous games. I just can't recommend it enough. This game added some new elements that I really enjoyed, including the mind place for Saga and the writer's room for Alan. These are spaces where the characters can collect their thoughts and try to piece together what is going on. The mind place for sure is very helpful because this allows Saga to try to solve the various crimes and mysteries of the game and help you keep it all in one place. This is also a good way of knowing how many things are left to find, because if you hover over the yellow note cards, it will show you how many items are missing on that particular section of the mystery, which is very helpful for you when you go collectible hunting, or if you're just trying to 100% every mystery, which even though I got the plat for the game, I didn't get all the clues for every mystery, so some of these clues are very well hidden, so make sure to look at every room thoroughly. On the other hand, Alan uses the writer's room to mold the dark place in different ways to try to find clues as he continues to try to find a way to escape the dark place to get back to the real world. Both of these elements are really cool, but if I had to choose one I'd like more, I would say the mind place was more fun to me because I love solving mysteries and piecing together evidence, especially in video games. I don't feel like we have enough games with this kind of element in it. The mystery, trying to solve them, piecing together clues. That's the kind of stuff I love, and I wish we had more games like that, so I'm happy to get something like that here. The graphics were also incredible, probably graphically one of the best games I have ever played. This truly is a next-gen game and just so beautiful to look at. This game also, like a lot of Remedy's previous games before them, molds both in-game elements and real-life elements, as it will sometimes cut to real actors acting out a part, and then will transition seamlessly back into the game's graphics. I've always really enjoyed that aspect of Remedy's games. They're just so unique in that way, and that's why every time they release a game, you know you're going to get something that you have potentially never seen before. Also, if you really enjoy the lore as much as I do, I would recommend reading every computer email, read every note you come across, and listen to every manuscript, which, just like the first game, Alan reads them all to you, which is nice. And all these are important because everything in these games are for a reason and adds to the lore that Remedy has so brilliantly crafted. This game also has some side activities, admittedly mostly Saga, with things like mysterious nursery rhymes that she has to solve, and also finding lunchboxes left by someone unknown. These lunchboxes include materials that are used to upgrade guns in the mine place. That's not saying that Alan has nothing to do outside the main story. He also has upgrades known as the Words of Power. These are found throughout the Dark Place, as you will find yellow arrows that you follow until you find a circle of words on a wall or a ceiling or something like that you shine your light in the middle of, and that will allow Alan to upgrade his own abilities and skills. I enjoyed the side missions in this game, but admittedly I wish there were a lot more. I think Alan could have been given more side things to do, because it really did sometimes feel like you were just going from story thing to story thing with him, outside the Words of Power. And with Saga, I wish there were way more branching mysteries she had to solve, because outside a few things, most of the mysteries are tied to the main story, and I wish more of these were added, because like I said, I love the detective aspect so much, and I wanted this to be fully explored. Maybe instead of there being just one main murder to be investigated, there could have been multiple other murders with multiple killers that you have to solve and find clues for to help get to the bottom of. This was just kind of a nitpicky thought of mine. I know maybe in this game it wouldn't have worked as well with the story they were trying to tell, but maybe we can get something like that in the future. In the end, Alan Wake 2 is just masterclass. One of my favorite games of the year, one of the most unique games I have played in a long time, and it's deserving of being up there with the heavy hitters for Game of the Year. Everything I could think to complain about is just nitpicks or just ways for them to evolve, which Remedy always does. Admittedly, if you don't know much about the lore, you may think the game is convoluted because it can feel all over the place sometimes, but it's not. Everything is happening for a reason, and Remedy has done an amazing job of creating this universe. and that is why I am giving Alan Wake 2 a 10 out of 10. I almost gave it a 9 here, but this game is a horror masterpiece in my opinion, and is deserving of a 10 out of 10. The storytelling is top notch, it left me wanting more, and that is what an amazing game should do. Remedy continues to be one of my favorite studios, and they hit another home run here with Alan Wake 2. I can't wait to see the Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes, the already announced Control 2, and the upcoming Alan Wake 2 DLCs to see how Remedy continues to craft this incredible universe. But what did you guys think of the game? Did you like it just as much or less than I did? Let me know in the comment section below. But that is going to do it for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.